Hello everyone and welcome to the second week of the Stardew Valley Trials.
Let's go.
All of you survived the first week, but there's a lot more challenges to come.
So going into the second week of the trials, I was feeling okay. Brooke and I kind of killed it during the first round, but that was just more so trivia than anything, and I knew that this game was about to get harder.
Hey, you know what? My goal was not being the first to go home, so anything after this is gravy. It was sad to see people leaving already, but I mean, we did all know what we signed up for, so it is what it is.
I'm sad to see Wally and Rin go, but this game is ruthless. Survival of the fittest. Kill or be killed. Just kidding. This is Stardew after all. Love you guys.
Going into the second week of the trials, I was super pumped to still be in the game. I was a little bit nervous about what the next challenge could be, but I remained confident that we would make it to week 3.
I'm so happy to be back, and I'm hoping Kerri and I can make it through this next week.
When you get past week 1, don't get last place, get no votes. There's really not much to complain about. I'm feeling good. We haven't really ticked off anyone yet, which is a miracle because Seanie is on my team.
Going into the second week of the trials, I'm feeling good. I think that me and Therm made a very underwhelming showing last week, but I'm hoping that that's going to allow us to skate under everyone's radars. I'm also hoping this week to scope out any other potential threats or allies and start forming some allyships. My plan is still to destroy all of these other pairs from the inside to bring me and Therm to the top, so I want to start seeing who is going to need allies and who I want to have as my allies.
I'm still feeling pretty good even after last week's crushing loss. We did end up making it through the Elimination challenge, but still sucks to lose week 1. But yeah, I'm kind of out for blood this week, so hopefully we can just pull out a dub.
The prize pool for the Stardew Valley Trials will be crowd-funded. I've started the pool off at $1,000, but if you'd like to contribute, check out the information in the description below. The final total will be revealed during the season finale. Last week's amazing race was all about being able to outsmart your opponents, but this week we're changing things up a bit. In order to win the golden masks this week, you and your teammate will need to rely on your mechanical skill and teamwork to come out on top. Your challenge this week is called the CAVERN CRUSADE. You and your partner are going to have one in-game day to make it to the lowest level of the Skull Cavern as possible. The twist is that you'll be playing with the Shrine of Challenge activated, meaning you'll face a greater number of enemies, each of which will have more health and special abilities. I'll be providing you with a farm that has all of the supplies you will need for you and your partner, but you'll still need to strategize well and play at your peak performance. If you die during your attempt, there's no returning, and your partner will be on their own to get as far as they can. At the end of everyone's attempt, whoever made it the furthest will be the new owners of the golden masks and will get to choose one of the pairs to send into the elimination. The team that does the worst during this challenge will be receiving 1 extra vote. If you're ready, you can hop into a call with your partner to strategize and then get going.
Skull Cavern hard mode? That's a thing? It gets harder?
So when the hard mode Skull Cavern challenge was announced, I was screaming, crying, shaking, throwing up. I was not ready for this at all.
I've never done it before. When I play Stardew Valley, I've only ever played it casually, so I've never made it this late in the game. I've never experienced hard mode Skull Cavern before. I already struggle enough with normal Skull Cavern. I'd say like roughly half the time I go into the normal Skull Cavern, I die, and this is hard mode, so not feeling good.
When Therm told me that he didn't even know that there was a hard mode version of Skull Caverns, I'll be honest, I got really nervous. But you know what? I trust in me and Therm's friendship and know that we will always prosper. We will be able to overcome any challenge in the universe because friendship is the strongest force in the entire world. Those other teams, they may have Stardew Valley ability, but me and Therm, we have something that they all don't have, and that's love. I think. As long as we don't come in last, that's fine.
When I found out that we were doing Skull Cavern's hard mode for the next challenge, I started panicking. Kerri and I just decided to wing it and hope for the best.
Mining is my favorite skill in Stardew Valley, and I'm very comfortable with the Skull Caverns. But when it comes to the hard mode, that is something I've never tried before. So I was excited and nervous at the same time.
Ooh boy. Our second challenge was Skull Cavern on hard mode. Obviously, that's a challenge that's gonna favor the more technically skilled players in the group. I make narrative content, y'all. It's okay though. I've been through the Skull Cavern about 1 billion times. Not so much in hard mode, but I mean, it is just harder.
A cavern challenge? I'm all about that. I have a little experience min-maxing, you know, but regardless, TheHaboo will probably have me beat. That's okay though. Leap seems to know enough to stay alive, and I'm okay with taking this slow.
I love Skull Caverns. It is probably the biggest skill check in this game. Though being able to have a skill-based challenge like this, just getting down as far as you can, is like a challenge specifically made for me. Even though it's on the hard mode and I have less experience with the hard mode than regular Skull Caverns, it shouldn't be too much worse. I'd be really disappointed if I got anything less than 100 floors, even though 100 floors isn't a really good floor count for me. So here's hoping.
I'm half decent at the mines. TheHaboo will know how to pull this off. My job is just to listen to him, and more importantly, to not die.
Okay, Bessie, let's talk about this real quick. I think the best strategy going into this is us going to split up. We need to like stay as far away from each other as possible so we don't accidentally blow each other up and kill each other. I think
also that helps to find, but we need to be able to communicate. Like, if you find a ladder, let me know.
Oh,
so I stop
absolutely.
wasting
Yeah.
energy.
Anything else?
I don't know how to use the slingshots. I'm just gonna stick with a sword or the hammer. I normally use a sword. So
I do too. I normally don't use a slingshot, but a slingshot is helpful. I think just with like a little bit of practice, you'll get it. But if you prefer to do the other, then that's totally fine as well. Do you just want to go for it?
Okay, let's go.
Okay, ready? Go.
The strategy going to Skull Cavern in my mind was try to take it easy eating on the food. Let's sort of hit the monsters together and just sort of go for it. As we were running up to the Skull Cavern, I went ahead and I grabbed some cacti that were sitting outside there for a little bit of extra food, and then we just ran in.
Once our items were revealed to us, it was a little concerning with how little food we had. That was kind of the biggest issue with the entire supply kit. It made us play probably a little safer than we should have. Our big issue is not taking damage, and multiplayer lag is a pain. So we probably want to stay close to each other and time our hammer combos to just instant kill anything around us. If you're not comfortable with the hammer, I think the sword is fine. He gave us the infinity gavel, so I should be able to one-shot the royal serpents. I want to do the floors slowly and methodically, but I think we just need to like go fast in a way. We just need to like not take damage, and I think that's the goal. 3, 2, 1, go.
I feel like we're speedrunning together.
Yeah.
There should be some foraging we can pick up on the way to the Skull Caverns that should help us out with our food problem. I thought about buying salads or something from Gus, but we need to wait until noon, so that just wouldn't work.
I'm gonna go up north and get the backwoods and mountain, and you can get the bus stop, I think. And then we'll see how much food we have, and then we just go in. We don't want to waste much time.
Okay, game plan.
All right.
Wake up,
All
immediately
right.
use the totem, and then we need to meet up,
Yes.
and I need to give you all the ammo immediately.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, the first step of our strategy was that I gave all of my explosive ammo to Seanie because I didn't know how to use a slingshot, and he did. So that was step one.
Upon starting out this challenge, Therm told me that he had never used the slingshot with explosive ammo before, which immediately made me very worried. So I decided to have him give me all the ammo. I was pretty worried about how far we'd get, so I wanted to be conservative with my ammo.
Okay, who's gonna mine stuff? Who's gonna hit folk?
I should mine stuff because I have the slingshot.
Okay, I'll hit folk.
I also made sure to pick up some cactuses on the way on in from the desert that I'm going to use for health when I end up taking damage.
I'll be honest, I was a little worried about this one. Brandigan took the lead on this one. He started by trying to talk like super helpfully and respectfully, like, stop me if you know what I'm saying. No, just tell me like I'm a first-time player, dude.
Oh man, what if I'm the only one who passes out during the challenge? That would be a yikes. I asked Leap if he was ready for the cavern, and he said something like, "Not now, Chief. I'm in the zone." I was like, okay, time to lock in.
We had a good plan, I think. I'm not great with the slingshot, to be honest, so I gave him my ammo for that. I practiced with the infinity gavel and got the rhythm down pretty well. For me, this was more about, just not holding us back.
When we first got into the Skull Caverns, our strategy was mostly just try to focus on living and progress as far as possible. Unfortunately, when your teammate dies on, I think, floor 5...
Why is my right click not working?
Is it on cooldown?
No.
That becomes really difficult.
So I think that we have 10 ladders in our inventory, so we know we can at least get to floor 20. Okay, here we go, I guess. I have a bunch of seeds. Oh, We're going. I gotta warp to the desert. Gary and I just decided to wing it and hope for the best. And hope that it's enough to get us through to the next round.
My strategy in the hard mode of the Skull Caverns was to try and dodge anything that could damage me. This could be useful in the normal mode, but it is almost impossible to dodge everything in the hard mode, so I ended up fighting a lot more than I would have liked to. Lee and I seemed to be on a roll though. We were finding ladders and got down 10 floors really quickly.
We get to floor 11, and I immediately die. Oh, I full on died. I knew I was gonna die quickly, but I didn't think it was gonna be that quick.
Oh my god, my keyboard just died. Or try pausing really quickly.
So for our strategy, we absolutely had some hiccups. Unfortunately, Brookelle was using a Bluetooth keyboard and it kept dying during the challenge.
I ran into so many hiccups for this recording. I had made it full screen so I could see better, which ruined the recording, unfortunately. But also, I was using a Bluetooth keyboard, and the Bluetooth keyboard keeps dying as we're in the caves.
I'm hitting folk. Oh, I'm speedy.
All right, these guys.
I'm getting insane lag, so I can't hit
speedy.
them. Or I can hit them, but they're not getting knocked back, so I might die.
Okay, try your very best to not die.
I'll try that, but
The amount
I'm already
of bad
pretty low.
that would be is like unmatched.
Would it be bad?
So bad.
Oh boy.
I don't even know what happens when somebody else dies in the Skull Caverns. Okay, there's a freebie. There's a freebie.
Got a
Nice.
bomb.
Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, freebie. Nice. Dude, we're killing it. I think we're actually doing good right now.
We are doing pretty well.
Despite Therm saying he's never done the Skull Caverns before, he's honestly doing really well this entire time. I feel like we're like this well-oiled machine calling out communication after communication. I'm like, the stairs over here. He's like, the stairs over here. He's like, I'm gonna attack these enemies. He's doing the attacking. I'm doing the mining. We're like this beautiful synergy. I'm gonna go up here, make sure there's no freebie.
Go to the left.
Oh, there's so many baddies. Okay.
Oh, I'll come help with the baddies. The only baddie I want in my life is Seanie Dew.
Leap handed me his explosive ammo cause I'm pretty good at slinging shots, but we ditched those plans pretty quickly. Do you know how hard a royal serpent hits?
Oh, I am almost dead.
Okay. All right.
Healing up, healing up. That really came up on us quick, huh? I think we need to just slow down a bit. I didn't realize that I was going to take that much damage.
I think in the caves themselves, we did pretty well. We attempted to avoid a lot of the enemies, and we tried to kind of cover each other's backs. We were given some stock equipment that was pretty good, though, so I felt like we were adequately prepared.
We were bobbing and weaving and bobbing and weaving and weaving and bobbing, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not used to multiplayer where I can't pause. My focus shifted from slingshotting everywhere to pure survival. Fight or flight kicked in, and I think I did more flight than fight. I started making callouts like I was in some sort of Call of Duty lobby.
Okay, grab our breath real quick. There's a serpent as soon as you come down here, so we're gonna have to fight that. There are 3 serpents. I'm gonna need your help. Oh, there's a ladder in the middle.
Oh, you're dropping.
Oh, I took a double. Sorry. I feel like that was the safest thing to do.
You're good. You're good.
Okay.
I'm pretty beat up.
I'm not amazing at slingshot in the mines, but TheHaboo is really good. I'm gonna give him all of my explosive ammo and try to focus on not taking damage from enemies. I'm just gonna follow TheHaboo's lead and see how this goes.
We ended up getting a lot of food just in the mines themselves by killing slimes for pink cake and such. Though it was a little unfortunate that we went out our way early to get some forage for some extra food, and it really probably didn't pay off in the end. We did just give me all the explosive ammo. I am very proficient with explosive ammo, so I had a lot of fun just blowing up basically the entire floor with the slingshot. There's a ladder. I shouldn't have taken that. That's my bad. Did you die?
Nope. We're good. Close though. Really close.
We're starting to become one as we traverse down this cavern. I'm really nervous, but we're still killing it until...
I'd say we had a couple hiccups. One teensy one being that Seanie freaking died immediately and left me alone in this hellhole.
All good?
Ow.
No, I died!
Oh, I heard the little sound. It's all right. I will carry on.
I died. I cannot believe I died in the Skull Cavern. I can't believe I died.
It's fine. I'm still living.
I'm never gonna live this down.
I'm carrying on our legacy.
I've never felt so foolish in my life. I had plenty of health restoring items on me too. I just didn't even notice how low I got. I feel so stupid.
So now not only was I dealing with this thing for the first time, I had to do it alone. So shout out Seanie Dew for that one.
I tried pushing as far as possible and had some early success with holes and ladders, but I eventually died after a last-second hole.
Okay, good. Discord just minimized itself.
No.
Side? Oh no, okay. What floor did you get to?
I'd have to look it back. I wasn't paying attention.
I was pretty upset at dying because I feel as though I could have brute forced my way a few more levels.
Whatever strategy we had went out the window as soon as I died within the first 5 floors. Good luck, KingNooblit.
However, I was really happy with how I ended up performing by myself, despite the setbacks, despite a couple mistakes I've made. Actually, you want to check the luck?
Sure, why not? Very happy, very happy.
Oh, nice. Well, I've got another shaft. 6 floors. It's a freebie. 42. Oh, 43.
KingNooblit did really well. I didn't help at all, so it was all right.
Another freebie. Holy, let's go. Oh no. I can't take a hit. Oh, I died on 67. Not terrible. Not terrible.
That's not bad. I like that. I like that number.
Yeah.
Brookelle and I both definitely had a pretty okay communication thing going on, but the keyboard thing I think was stressing her out a lot, and I felt so bad. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. How much spicy do you have left?
Cancel horn. There you go. I have 8.
Okay, I have 3.
Okay, I'll be sure to share some.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
Arlie and I worked really well together though. We were vocal and when we found a ladder and we kind of understood the goal. I had to keep begging Arlie to pause the game as my keyboard would die. It was a lot of pain. Need food? Here. I'm coming here really quickly. Oh, my keyboard died again. Pause. My key died. Oh god. Oh no.
We're paused.
Pause it.
No, we're not.
Wait, we paused it.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Wait.
I died.
It's okay. Pause the game really quickly. There you go. Wait 1 second to try to get the keyboard back. Unfortunately, Arlie died first, but I was lucky because I had some cacti for food. My problem is I died because my keyboard died, and so I couldn't move.
And then Brookelle, because her keyboard died, ended up dying quickly after that. So that wasn't great, and we just literally just had to hope for the best that somebody would do a little bit worse than us.
You know, I thought it was fine. We both really tried our best, and I thought it was an awesome team, but I was definitely scared that we were going to not do very well.
But even with that keyboard malfunction, we still kind of did pretty well. We got in like the 40s, I think, like level 40s, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember, but we got pretty far for what we were working with, in my opinion. We died pretty early in the day, so if we had more time throughout the day, I think we could have gotten pretty far.
For the people that died, how'd you feel when that happened? Wouldn't know. Sorry, can't answer that.
I could not see anything that he was doing, so I just had to hope and pray that all was well while I sit there and just give a little bit of emotional support from afar. Now, hear me out.
I'm hearing.
This might be a good thing.
Okay, elaborate.
Because I don't think we're gonna come in last.
I don't either.
So, if we don't come in last, then we're already 1 step ahead.
Yeah.
And if we come in like second to last, no one's gonna
think we're a threat, yeah.
They're all gonna be like, oh my god.
We can just coast on by. I have an hour. Okay, I want to get to 60. That's my goal.
Okay, I believe in you. What's your stone at?
164. Oh, I can get to 60 with the staircase.
Leave it for an infested floor.
I forgot to do that. I just used it immediately on a floor that was really easy. Okay, that's fine. I can. Okay, let's go. One more. Let's go. Come on. Come on, y'all. Yes, one more. Ah. Oh, freebie. Freebie. Yes, I got a freebie. Yeah,
Nice.
62.
But honestly, for someone who has never done the hard mode version of Skull Caverns, he seemed to do really well. Therm didn't die for the whole rest of the day, and he made it really far into the caverns. Honestly, I feel like I'm being carried by Therm this entire challenge.
For my standards, I think I did great. For us as a team, I think we did fine about what I would have expected, but given that we're going up against a lot of speedrunners, and neither Seanie nor I are speedrunners, I don't feel great, but I think we did just good enough to not get last place.
The screen started to blur as I worried about the possibility of royally screwing this up. Still, Leap and I kept at it as fast as we could. When Leap was in danger, I would throw my pixelated body in harm's way to save him. We were making good progress, but the panic set in when I heard a swarm of monsters around Leap.
I agree.
Ladder bottom.
Okay.
And it's a little spicy in here.
Okay, coming now. Coming now. Focus on the bat if you can.
No.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
I was just talking about not holding us back, and I definitely felt bad when I did die. It was so tragic too. We killed an enemy like as I was dying, and it dropped a life elixir, but my unconscious body somehow, I don't know, like force grabbed the stupid thing to keep Brandigan from getting it.
I think he zigged when he was supposed to zag, and suddenly I was all alone.
Sorry, dude.
Nah, it's all good. Did you? Yeah, you picked up that elixir that fell. Man, that sucks. Yeah. I could really use that right now. That's all good.
No time to think about that now. I had to keep going. I needed to avenge my partner and make it to the end of the day. Leap believed in me and I couldn't let him down. I wiped the sweat from my face and pushed on.
I don't think I'm gonna get it. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. 5 levels.
And I passed out with a single hit point left. Wow. Really cutting it close there.
Okay, we're communicating really well together. I think we can make it down far enough and have a good shot at winning this challenge.
That's fine, take that. Yeah, I mean, this is how drop shaft on the left side. I didn't die from that. We're at 100 at least. Yeah, use it now. You use it and then the ladder.
Nice, good run, good run.
I like we played it safe at the start, and that might be our downfall. But
yeah,
who knows?
I think it was a good run though.
What an intense challenge. 2 of the 6 teams had 1 player die during their attempt, and 3 of the teams had both players die.
It sounds like it was a bloodbath for some other teams, but Seanie, how could you leave Therm on his own so early?
Unfortunately, not all of you did as well as your competitors. The team that did the worst and will be receiving 1 extra vote going into the elimination with 45 floors is wkerri and Lee. Arlie and Brooke, you barely dodged last place by getting through 47 floors. Seanie and Therm came in 4th with 63 floors, and Matt and Nooblit made it through 67. But the winners of this challenge and the Golden Masks, after traversing 113 floors, congratulations TheHaboo and Lichatton.
I'm so glad we won. I'm just glad I didn't die. It could have cost us the win.
The rest of you will be heading up to the summit to individually and anonymously cast your votes for the team you want to send into the elimination. Good luck.
We had a really tough time figuring out who we were going to vote for, mainly because we didn't really want to vote for anybody. Just because since TheHaboo and Lichat were safe, and they are clearly the biggest threat in this competition, it's like everybody else is my pal. I don't want to vote for any of them.
We have a friendly connection to most of the teams, except Lee and Kerri's team. And unfortunately for them, positive connections are super important for this competition.
With TheHaboo and Lichat winning this round, surprise, surprise, we didn't actually have a very clear target. Unfortunately, with us getting 2nd place, we were pretty sure we were going to see some votes. To me, it makes sense to vote out the strongest competitors that aren't protected, so that kind of meant voting defensively this time. Matthew and King won the first round, so I think we were kind of hoping that there would maybe be like a target on their back. I'm just hoping some other people want to get the previous winners out.
Leap and I decided to split our votes. This was tough, but you know what they say. It's hard out here in the valley.
It was at this point that Kerri and I both decided to vote for Arlie and Brooke. We knew we were going into the bottom 2 groups, so we thought we might have more of a fighting chance against Arlie and Brooke, only because we knew that they were more casual players of the game, like myself.
I think for now, whenever a team has an extra vote against them, just vote them out now and get them out while you can. And so that was our thought process, and that is why we voted for Kerri and Lee.
I'm voting for Matthew and KingNooblit. They won the last round, so I think people will vote kind of with that memory in mind.
I vote for Lee and Kerri's team.
Matthew has some beef there, and we want to get them out before they have a chance of potentially voting for us and getting us out.
I'm voting for Arlie and Brooke. I'm a casual player. They're more casual players. It just makes sense to compete against them.
I am voting for Brooke and Arlie. I don't have much of a strategy behind the vote, but I'm hoping that other people vote for them as well so that we don't get put in the elimination game.
This week we are voting for Kerri and Lee. It's simply just because they have that extra vote going against them, and the politics really haven't started happening within the trials, I would say. So get them out while they have the extra vote against them. It's kind of sad because I really like them, but just want to get them out early because you might as well.
This round, I decided to vote for Lee and Kerri. Simply trying to vote with what we thought the crowd was going to vote for. We didn't want our vote, or I didn't want the vote to go to waste.
I'm voting for Matt and Nooblit because I want to be pals. I really, really want to be pals, but I don't really have a choice because I don't know who to vote for, and they're a really strong team.
I'm voting for Brandigan and Leapalot.
3 teams received votes this week. brawkenarlie, your team received 2 votes, making you safe, at least for now.
I mean, we weren't voted into elimination, but the fact that we still had 1 team vote for us was super scary. It's super scary, and you can't help but wonder, like, oh, did they vote for me?
Matt and Nooblit, wkerri and Lee, your teams also received votes this week, but with 5 of the remaining 9 votes, wkerri and Lee have been voted into the elimination.
When we first got the number of votes that we did, I was honestly kind of shocked. I didn't think we had such a big X on our backs here, but looks like some people are pretty concerned about us continuing on in the competition.
I'm honestly really surprised that people voted for Nooblit and Matt. They don't really seem threatening at all to me, or really that targetful. They're pretty nice guys. I still don't even know why they're in the bottom 2.
TheHaboo and Lichatton, as winners of the Golden Masks, you'll now get to choose who you want to send into the elimination to compete against wkerri and Lee. Remember, the loser of this competition will be permanently eliminated from the Stardew Valley Trials, so choose wisely.
We decided that we are going to put in Matthew and Nooblit.
When TheHaboo selected us for elimination, I was in shock. Last week we brought justice to their team by selecting the ones who blocked them from giving items to Em in the Amazing Race, and this is how they repay us? I guess TheHaboo is intimidated.
Okay, TheHaboo and I are unanimous in our thoughts for this. We should go for a couple that we felt could be a threat for us in the competition. When it comes right down to it, it's between Leap Brandigan and Matt Nooblit. We could have gone either way, but let's go Matt Nooblit.
I think our decision of putting Matthew McCleskey and KingNooblit into the elimination challenge was kind of a no-brainer. They won the first challenge and they placed well on this one. They're a strong team, so getting rid of them early would be beneficial. We'll see how it turns out.
And we have our 2 teams. I hope you're able to work well together, because for this elimination challenge, you will be competing in remote play. I've set up my farmer to be controllable through my offline stream chat. By typing things like up, right, left click, etc., you'll be able to move my farmer throughout Stardew Valley. Starting on the porch of the main farmhouse, you'll need to navigate up to the island in the middle of the mountain lake. Your time ends when you swing your axe at the tree stump and break it. The duo who's able to do this the fastest will be the winners, while the other duo will be sent home. After flipping a coin, Matt and Nooblit have been selected to go first, but wkerri and Lee won't be allowed to watch their attempt. Good luck.
When I found out the challenge was to control the character through Twitch, I started sweating buckets. My navigational skills are not great.
I'll say one thing about this elimination. Godspeed to Lee and Will. Matt and King are fierce, I mean. Have you ever seen a Matt McCleskey stream? It seems like all this guy does is chug Da Bomb hot sauce. He's a psycho. We need to take him out.
My emotions were somewhat mixed when I found out that the elimination game was going to be Twitch plays, because one small slip up could cost you the entire run. But I've also done it before and I'm pretty familiar with the controls.
When I first found out what the competition was, I was honestly kind of excited. I've had a couple strats going in that I thought might work well, so I wanted to put them to the test and see what I could do.
The strategy was simple. KingNooblit was going to be handling the movement because he's done a Twitch place before, and I just had the command to left click, copied, and I was ready to paste it when the time was right.
We won't be able to do the minecarts because we can't click on the dialog box. So I think we're gonna go the left up through the
yes
wilderness area there.
For sure. You got movement, I got actions. I guess the only action is really gonna be left click
and right click. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. we decided that I would take full control over movement. That way we didn't have conflicting movements that ended up wasting us a lot of time. What I did was I copied and pasted, moved as far in that direction as possible before I needed to change, and then I changed what I was copying and pasted that over and over again until, again, I was done utilizing that movement. The focus was on mostly optimization. I wanted to make sure that with all of my movement, I wasn't wasting time by changing the movement that I was doing.
Just keep going, you'll stop at the wall automatically. Oh no, oh no. Oh, you're going down? Oh, okay, okay, okay. When we started to get to the island in the middle, I saw Nooblit go past the tree. And so I started to panic a little bit internally. I still had trust in my teammate. I thought maybe he was just going across a bridge to reposition and turn back around so we can hit the tree. And then he stops by the stump and he says, okay, go.
Down, down, okay. Left, up, up, up. Yeah, this one. Left click.
And so I start panicking and spam pasting the left click command, and then the stump broke. And then they called end to the challenge. So I was still confused, but I was no longer panicking because apparently we did something right. Apparently that tree wasn't the target at all, and it was the stump, and Nooblit knows what he's doing, so that's good.
Our strategy was for me to do the navigational part up until the tree chopping, which is when Kerri would take over. You ready to go?
Yep. Do you have the movement? Then I'll chop.
I think so, yep, and go.
Going into the elimination game, our strategy was that Lee was going to handle all of the character movement, and then I was going to be ready with left click to cut the tree down.
Oh, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Nope.
We're good, you got this. Should be good.
I can type correctly, the right letters.
Oh, watch out for big bush down at the bottom. You might need to go left. Ooh.
Right? We'll have to
All
go
the
up.
leaks are going crazy, they're blocking us.
True. But we got it.
Yeah.
We're still going. So I have to go up still slightly? I
I
swear.
don't know. Try right, maybe?
Right?
Or down?
No, down. I swear.
Oh, well, this is quite the situation you've gotten into.
Left.
Left up, and then use the bush to block, yeah, and then go right.
Yeah, there we go.
It went really well until we got to the tree, and we had a hard time lining it up, which killed a whole lot of time.
Oh, I gotta go back. There you go. If you're able to. Or
Can you face up?
Yep.
We missed.
Left. Down. There you go. See if you can get it now. No, still no. Left. Down. Right. No.
Try going up then down real quick. Like shimmy.
Down.
Oh, left.
Left? Okay.
Yeah, left.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Congratulations, Matt and Nooblit. You have secured your safety this week and will be returning to the Stardew Valley Trials. wkerri and Lee, unfortunately, your time was slower than the other team, so you'll be going home. We're very sad to see you go, but thanks for giving it your all.
Well, it really stunk to lose the elimination challenge. I was really proud of how Kerri and I did. We did our best to hold our own and put our all into it. I'm happy with how far we were able to make it in the trials. Goodbye, Stardew Valley Trials! It was honored to compete against some of the greatest Stardew Valley players out there. Give me a little bit more time to level up my skills, and maybe you might see me back here one of these days.
Losing in the elimination game was kind of sad, and of course I wish we would have won, but I still had a whole lot of fun playing. Unfortunately, this is my goodbye from the Stardew Valley Trials. I had a really great time competing and talking with everyone. I want to wish everybody still competing good luck. And I want to thank UnsurpassableZ for setting it all up. I had a super fun time.
When we found out we won, I was pretty elated. To be able to execute my plans, it felt really good to see that pull through and us to make it through there.
I'm glad you're all still so excited to be competing for the win. I have a feeling our next challenge is going to be just perfect. I'll see you soon.